The Tour de France. Tour de France. France. What do you say? You say France?
I say Tour de France.
Does it? But you say France in other aspects.
If I'm in mixed
I was gonna say, does it depend what kind of company you're in?
Yeah. If like you'll catch me if I'm in full beta mode, I'll say Tour de France. But
full beta mode.
Yeah. I'll say France because I won't feel confident enough to say.
Oh,
France.
I see.
But if I'm feeling confident, I'll say France. Like my heart wants to say France, but there's like certain people I wouldn't feel comfortable saying France in front of.
Yeah. So okay. So the Tour de France, I'm comfortable right now. So big pile up here because the Spectator had a sign that somebody ran into. I don't know if you saw the image from above of this whole thing, but it looks like a fucking bomb went off. Did you see the like above image of the crash?
I did. It's hilarious.
It is so funny.
So what did the sign say? Do we know?
Okay, I just Googled this just now, and it's a mixture of French and German that roughly translates as "Go Granddad and Grandma."
Is that some kind of?
I have no idea. That's why I was like, "What the fuck?" The woman who was holding it, where she was dressed like fucking Paddington Bear. Did you see the lady? She has like a yellow jacket and glasses on. Like she has a yellow raincoat, and it's so funny that that happened, and she's caused the big crash, and then she went on the lam.
Ale opi omi.
Like she took off.
Yeah, but they got her, didn't they?
Yeah, she was arrested, but
they got her ass.
She fled the country.
Dude, Europe rules though, because like she like ruined one of the biggest spectator sports in the world and really hurt people, and all she's facing is a $1,700 fine. That's worth it, dog.
And it's I would, dude, if that was me, I would start a GoFundMe and get that shit in like a day and a half.
Yeah, well, not even, dude. That's a one-time donation from a rascal with some money to spend.
A rich rascal?
Yeah, a little rich rascal.
But it's okay. So
That's my rapper name, Rich Rascal.
I'm trying to find it here. She just bailed, like she left the country.
Yeah, they said she was untraceable. She got on a flight, flew back to Germany, and
untraceable. She's unbanked. She's just somewhere filing off her fucking thumbprints, like she's goddamn Jason Bourne.
He destroyed the Tour de France.
Yeah, it's just so funny to go on the run, and she's just like, "Oh no, I'm in big trouble now." Like she's just like.
How did she get out of the actual vicinity of the bike race? I could see how it would be hard to find her once she got to the airport and hopped on a plane and flew to Germany. But like, if you throw a sign at somebody, if somebody hits your sign and they all wreck, how do you slip out of that situation? Is it just while they're all like helping the bikers up, you just kind of walk away back?
I think she definitely had to have ditched the raincoat and the hat.
Yeah.
Or maybe she had like maybe it was all a very elaborate thing, and she had like another outfit that she immediately put on. Then she went to the an abandoned house like in The Outsiders and dyed her hair.
Yeah, she's a wacko, Goldie boy or whatever.
But Pony Boy. I don't know how her English is, but I think you maybe would know enough German to get by, or maybe we could have a translator. I would love to have her on the podcast.
I know enough German to chop it up with this broad.
Chop it up with a fellow rascal.
Yeah, dude, Rascal to Rascal. That's my solo podcast.
Rascal to Rascal. You just interview rascals.
In-depth interview with my fellow rascal.
So the idea of her fleeing the country to avoid this is very funny.
I would do that too, dude. I mean, like, listen, I don't want all that attention. I just want to cause a little commotion.
Yeah. You want respect, not fame.
Yeah, exactly. I just want people to remember me. She's like the soy bomb guy. Like the guy who got up on stage with Bob Dylan and wrote soy bomb on his chest and danced all funny behind him at the Grammys.
Yeah. So apparently this woman is going to be sued by the Tour de France. The director of the Tour de France, who, if you could imagine, his name is Pierre.
Shocker there.
He will be suing this woman so that the tiny minority of people who do this don't spoil the show for everybody. But if I was a bike racer now, okay, so because also maybe, I don't know if this was after, tour riders halted the race briefly to protest for safer conditions.
Oh, so is that what she was doing? She's like, you want safer conditions, you little bitches?
So this was after numerous crashes. So this was after a few crashes? I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
I'm sure it was. They're just saying that the cyclists were already having a lot of accidents along the way, and they're looking for safer conditions. And to top it all off, Granny and Grandpa, whatever, comes out here with her sign.
But it's like, really what this does is show how easy it is to fuck up like, I don't even know what the number was, but it seemed like about 50, 60 cyclists crashed into like a legitimate like bike pile. It looked like a rat king, but of bikes. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Whenever rats get all together and their tails get all twisted, like,
for sure.
It was, what this tells me is that I could go to the Tour de France with a big stick and just throw it down in there and cause a hilarious crash.
Bruce, you look at the Tour de France, they're right on the sidewalk. You've always been able to do that. You didn't need this lady to know you.
Of course, but it's like almost like
it would only cost you $1,700.
If it's only cost me $1,700 plus probably about $1,000 flight, that's a vacation. Do you know what I'm saying? In my mind, that's a great vacation. You go over, you fuck up the Tour de France.
Yeah, you drop 3 G's and you create a bike pile and everybody talks about it. Then you fly home and become untraceable.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I would shave my head, shave my eyebrows.
Make yourself super identifiable.
Yeah. I would be like Ben Affleck in public with my glasses and hat pulled low.
I'd wear Darth Maul face paint so nobody
You're on the plane dressed as Darth Maul. Like, are you okay? You're like, I got into a little bit of trouble. Let's just say, let's just say I caused a little bit of chaos. You turn into the Joker.
Why so serious?
Yeah, I'm dressed as. If she was, the only thing that would make this funnier is if she was dressed as the Joker. Introduce a little bit of chaos.
Some of us just want to watch the world burn.
My head hurts from laughing at the idea of her being dressed as the Joker and doing this. She's dressed as the Joker, but then she gets on the plane dressed as like the Riddler, and she's like, nobody will suspect a thing.
You got the wrong villain. You want the Joker, not the Riddler.
Yeah, you've got the wrong guy. Yeah, that's her entire plan, is to be like, you got the wrong guy. But also, she didn't mean to do it. I would mean to do it if I went and did it on purpose.
Of course.